the part of getting rid of the civil service exam as a whole is what a lot of opponents of this measure are citing, because they're saying, look, this at least tells you someone's qualified, has the skill set needed. They worry because they see things like the WEDC as an example of an agency that doesn't have to go through the civil service exam process. And I think objectively, they've hired some people in jobs that maybe weren't qualified. Ryan Murray was the COO there. He didn't have a college degree. He had no business experience. He probably wouldn't have gotten that job had there been a civil service exam in place. Do you worry, and is there some legitimacy to these concerns that this is going to happen in other state agencies?
I don't believe so. All we're doing, after consulting lots of folks from around the agencies, is we're getting rid of a tool that's not useful anymore, that oftentimes puts people. We had one particular instance from one agency looking to hire an accountant, and the 5 highest scored exams were passed on for the interview process. The #1 highest scored exam for an accounting position turned out to be a short order cook with no accounting experience. And that's not the problem of the individual who filled out the exam. That just goes to show that this exam, though it probably was beneficial in 1905, in 2015, we need to make some subtle reforms to make sure that we can attract still the high-quality employees to our state.
Well, let me give you one example, and this is something I just thought of during the week when looking at this proposal. Let's say you've got someone, and this happens a lot in the private sector too, who maybe stayed home for 6 or 7 years to raise kids, and their work experience just isn't there. Does the civil service exam give them a chance to score high and maybe be considered for a job they probably wouldn't be because they've decided to go out of the workforce for years because of a family situation?
Well, the exam's supposed to score your experience as well. So when you look at this, when you look at the exams that they have and what the resume provides, what you find is that they're very duplicative. So the same, we have stories of individuals filling out this exam, and they write, "See my resume," on the exam, not knowing, of course, that that gets them a 0. That doesn't count for anything. The point is that it's just repetitive, and there's no reason to have it. We can get the same effect. We can shorten up that hiring process by going to a blinded score resume.